Libya's NTC fighters have launched another attack on Sirte. Tanks began shelling Muammar Gaddafi's hometown, and for the first time fighters have now entered the city limits from the east. They'd retreated on Sunday after coming under heavy sniper fire. Let's go to Al Jazeera's Sue Turton in eastern Sirte for us now. Tell us where you are, what you can see from there, Sue, because last time we came to you, you talked about smoke in the background. Now it appears there's quite a bit more.
That's right. Over the last sort of hour, we've heard a constant barrage, really, of gunfire going on. It's gone a little quiet now, but I'm sure it won't last long. What we are in the position between where the major heavy artillery of the Libyan fighters' positions are behind us, and obviously in front you have the eastern side of Sirte, and there are rockets going overhead either way. If I can ask my camerawoman Shireen just to pan across to the left, I don't know if you can make out, but there are, along the sides of the walls to the compounds in the residential area on the eastern side of this, it's a bit smoky, but maybe you can't see, there are fighters pinned against that wall who have been fighting with small arms and taking in gunfire towards them as well, because this really now is a street battle. They are fighting street by street. One of the commanders just came out to talk to us, and he coined that Colonel Gaddafi phrase that he said at the beginning of this conflict, that I will track down those revolutionary rats, zenga zenga, alleyway by alleyway. And that's what they're now saying about the Gaddafi loyalists here in Sirte, that they are trying to track them down street by street. But it is a hard-fought battle. We haven't seen casualties, I must probably point out. We were surprised because there has been such an onslaught coming from the Gaddafi loyalist side further inside the city, but there has been an awful lot of gunfire going that way as well.
Just give us an idea, Sue, if they make it to the walls that you were just saying by that compound, if it is street by street, how significant is it that they're now in there and moving forwards?
It's hugely significant for the Eastern Front. Obviously, this battle has been going on for months, where they've been trying to push towards Sirte. I remember when I was here back in March, they claimed to have got into Sirte at that time, and of course they got pushed all the way back to AJE, a long, long way down this coast. For the Eastern Front, it's very significant. It's also significant for the other areas around the city. We know the Western Front was told to hold its line and not to push any further. The Eastern Front is saying it's now joined with the Southern Front. So they now have one long front along this side of the city, at least, that they now say they can push at the same time. And the key, they point out all the time, their key tactic is to try and squeeze this city from all sides. Not to push in one side and not the other, but to try and push in all sides. So they try and get the Gaddafi loyalists into a very small area. And they talk about the conference centre in the middle of the city. They talk about one of Gaddafi's actual compounds in the centre. That is where they are trying to push into, so that that area of Gaddafi loyalists just gets smaller and smaller.
Good to talk to you, Sue.